Hi guys, welcome to Operation Crypto and a price analysis update on Solana. We'll take a look at in both the USDT and the BTC pairings and identify a few key levels where we could potentially invest and where we could look to either take profit or even a bit of price prediction thrown in there, because we're not a million miles from that all-time high. We're probably about 20-30%, so we'll take a look at some levels above where we could look to either accumulate or just sell up on our bags. So if you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed, hit that like button, and let's crack on. So, welcome. This video, as ever, is in partnership with Cointelegraph Markets Pro. If you want to get one step ahead of the game, go and check their platform out. There's a full platform review on the front page of my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see what exactly is going on. So this is Solana, the Tether pairing, weekly time frame on Binance. So far, to me, we've obviously done them all-time highs, which will mark up. That's the all-time high marker there, up at $216. Get rid of that Fibonacci. That Fibonacci is there from last time when I was looking at some price analysis and I was looking at buys, which I've hit, by the way. So if you're looking at some of my previous videos, the buy zones will have been hit at around $124, but that is now obsolete. And from me, on the weekly time frame, this looks like it's forming one hell of a huge bull flag here. So that is the pole, that is the flag, and we're just waiting for a breakout to the upside. It is one hell of a big bull flag, but you can see from the shape of it is a pattern, it is clearly a bull flag. So that is on the weekly time frame. Might take a while to play out, but let's see. I mean, we're not a million miles away from that top section there. That's about right, isn't it? Get it. Go. That's a bit better. So dropping into the daily time frame, we'll get a better perspective of what's going on. Last time I would have done price analysis, I probably looked at this level here. So we look at our bottom there. Yeah, that's where I said buy last time. I said, I'll say this in most videos. If you're ever looking for buys, look at a golden ratio retracement over the entire move. When a project does such a significant rise, it will pull back, and that's exactly what it's done. It's pushed up, hit those highs, retraced, done a 600% retrace, and pushed up. So all in all, if you watch the last previous video, you will be in profit now, and you will have picked up those Solanas at a reasonable price. But looking at its current price here, this price action, if we're looking at this move here, probably on, yeah, again, look at that, 61% retracement. So that's a bottom. That is a bottom of this latest move, and I think from now, the market is just starting to pick up. If you look to the right-hand side here, Ethereum's pumping. It's up close to 5% today. There's a lot of green on the right now, and as you can see, Solana is pushing up as well. So let's just be wary though. Bitcoin at some stage could always pull back, and if it did, I would still place some orders here around $139, $140. I think that's a decent area for you to potentially buy. And if you're looking at a current scenario from where we are now at that 382 level, we're still 40% away from an all-time high. So, I mean, even buying at this price, we look like we're rejecting off this 0.382 level. I think now could be a good time to buy, especially for the long run. I think that area now is a great potential area to buy. Just looking at the moving averages, so I use a 50 and a 20 over the higher time frames, and still bullish. We had this bullish cross down here on the 5th of August, and that's when the pump really commenced. Bang, straight up, and they're still quite far wide apart. We've been down and we've retested this moving average 50 there or thereabouts, which is tied in at 618. That's a great indication for me. That is a bottom, and I can't see us dropping any lower than that, to be honest. I think that is the area to, or was the area to buy. Looking at this, I mean, you could try and potentially get some more orders filled there. No harm in having a few orders there just in case. So around that 139, 140 region, but I would buy anything around this 154 region, to be honest. So that's the areas where I would look at potentially buying. Bullish, things are looking really bullish for me. Look at the money flow indicator here. That's in positive territory. That shows that there's more buys than sells coming in, so that's a great sign too. And we need to be having a look at some levels to take profit, really, because accumulation is king. If, for example, if you start off with a small amount, or even if you start off with a large amount and you want to actually grow your bags, a good way is accumulation. And when I mean that is sell when it's high, buy when it's low, and just rinse, repeat that. Not your entire bag, maybe 5 to 10% of your holdings. Look to sell your first lot here, $178. I think that's the first major area of resistance. We just put an extended line on there. As you can see, we use it as support here, then it was resistance, and then it was resistance again here. So that is a key fundamental area we need to break through. If you're looking to sell, that is an area where I would take my first sell, because we're looking for something like this, a push up, a rejection, probably test this wick here, which is coincides that wick there, hit that level of support, and then bang, second time through we should break through it. And then once we get through, you got to look at taking profit at 195. Once we do break through that, we'll come back down to retest that previous level of resistance, which is now support. And then we'll push up to that next level. So there's 3 levels there for you to monitor. We've got 178, 195, and then we've got the all-time highs at 217. Those are 3 levels which, if I was you and you were looking to accumulate, those are levels I would consider selling parts of my portfolio to then buy back in and then rinse repeat and just keep doing that. Look at levels of resistance, look at levels of support, and just maintain that and continue to build up those bags, or even use them as areas to even look at selling completely. But with that tied in, let's have a look at some levels above where you could potentially use as a price prediction. So we'll go from this top here. We'll come down to the bottom there. So that's the bottom, that's the top. We've now done a, well, we'd look at that. We did a 61% retracement. Again, that golden ratio is sticking out. Straight down, up, rejection at 618. Or you could say if it was the other way around, it'd be a bounce. Now we're hanging on to that 382 level. But looking above, these are some price predictions I would consider great targets over the next 3 to 4 months. Minimum, in my opinion, is going to be this region here. I reckon it can push up to 459, and who knows, we might get a slight rejection of 500, but that's my price prediction. And I mean, in terms of price gains from current price, it's 200% move. I think that's definitely doable, and I think that's something, or an area at least, we should definitely target going ahead in the future. So that's that pretty much covered some price predictions, areas to buy, and also some areas to accumulate. Just looking at a BTC pairing, this is the pair which I'm not too interested in at the minute, just due to the fact that I'm expecting it to drop further than it has done so far. And just move that on. So that's an area where I think could be a good potential level to pick up. We've got a good opportunity here that we're going to get across on these moving averages, which will be a death cross, you could call it. I mean, it's already started dropping, but I'm expecting some drops down to this area of support at around 0.0017616. So that's 17,616 satoshis. Bitcoin is ultimately going to absolutely moon soon, and with that the satoshi pairs will drop off and will start to feel the pain, and I think you got a good chance of picking some orders up down there. So that's the area I would consider buying. I'm not going to look at any levels to sell because I think it's currently the Bitcoin show, and altcoins in the satoshi pairs will start to bleed. So that's going to pretty much do it for today's video. Just to finish up, my Patreon is now live. If you are looking for a more hands-on approach, if you're new to cryptocurrency, if you need a hand with anything, this is a platform where you can use the actual website itself here on Patreon with all my posts. If you just look at some posts I've pushed out recently, we can use these. So I've done basic interesting articles about what things are, and then we do daily updates including written articles, which we'll just take a look at here. Do these every day. It's either one of these or it is a video review. So jump into that. Also in the Discord server, we have a community, we have chat requests, lots of things going on this Patreon. So get yourself involved and be part of the Operation Crypto Troops crew. So that's going to do it today. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you are subscribed. Hit that like button, and I'll catch you next time.